5 weeks ago, Ashley, Morag, Roz and Fiona embarked on a course of therapy to tackle their eating disorder, anorexia nervosa. Overseeing the group's progress are consultant psychiatrist Dr. Peter Rowan and eating disorder dietitian Ursula Philpott. Over the last week, they've been reflecting on their progress.
I'm just scared of getting back into this vicious cycle, and I kind of felt like I kicked it in the arse, but it's coming back. Onwards and upwards. I'm not going to let it get me down too much.
Things that I would probably just kind of duck out of in the past, I'm actually doing and carrying forward, and that just makes me feel more positive about myself and, you know, the fact that I can change things.
This week, the group's challenge is to eat out in a restaurant.
For most of us, eating out is a sociable and pleasurable occasion. For somebody with an eating disorder, it can be a stressful experience that's often avoided. Not being able to eat out can lead to social isolation, and it's absolutely crucial for the group's recovery that they get over this.
For the group, anxieties of eating in front of others often start at home. 25-year-old Fiona lives with her parents, and mealtimes are a solitary experience.
I prefer to cook something and take it upstairs. I try to be very careful about choosing where I eat so that I'll feel safe and feel okay with eating that meal.
Ashley's 3-year battle with anorexia has distanced him from family life.
Mealtimes are very isolated for me. Even if I'm sitting down with a family, I always feel like there's a grey cloud hanging over us and everyone's watching me.
Nice.
Mum Morag's restrictive eating habits have ruined her social life.
Lost the opportunity to see my friends because it often revolves around food. It's just easy not to do it, really.
Roz's life has become dominated by her obsession with food.
It excludes you from your family, from Adam and William. They're eating their cheese butties and their packets of crisps and got some chips, and I'm sitting there and I'm not.
Eating together in a restaurant is designed to help the group break their solitary eating habits and start socialising again around food. Today, the group will need to relinquish their usual tight control over the way the food is cooked and the ingredients used.
Guys, regarding the ingredients what we're using here, we have the plain butter, the soya sauce, the oil and the brandy for the steak, the meat.
It's quite difficult to try and get across to people what the real terror and fear of an anorexic is with respect to food. It's the absolute terror that their total self and the way that they are and their very being is threatened.
We've already got oil on it.
It's fine, make it take flavour.
Fine.
It is.
Most difficult thing today was watching Charlie put lots of oil on that griddle. He kept putting it on and I thought, when does it end? And I think this is my fear of going out to eat.
Watching their meal being prepared has been tough for the group. Slowly but surely, they managed to take a few tentative mouthfuls.
I'm absolutely terrified of oil, but I think it's just important to remember that it adds to the taste, and that's why people use it, not because it's a bad thing, and that they're trying to, you know, make you fat or whatever.
I've got the scallops here. I've had some veggies, but I must admit I found it exceedingly difficult watching all that oil go on there.
The group have been able to embrace today's challenge, so the next step is to start rebuilding their relationships by eating out with their friends and family. For Morag, tonight's meal with her husband is giving them some much-needed time alone.
I can't remember the last time I got dressed up to go out to dinner with Richard.
I'm going to have the spaghetti with prawns and spinach and red onion and chilli. Yum.
Tonight I had what I actually wanted to have, which I've wanted to have for years probably, and it was absolutely delicious.
Big old prawns.
I feel like I've moved on massively, even from a few weeks ago.
I think Morag's been very relaxed this evening, much more so than I think she used to be.
I've really enjoyed it, so it's just proved to me that I can, and there's nothing to worry about, and it's actually quite nice. Nice to be out with everyone else enjoying myself.
Roz, on the other hand, struggled the most with the restaurant task and faces an enormous challenge as she prepares for a meal out with her husband.
I'm not going to order a lasagna or anything like that and really push the boat out, but I'm going to order what I want. And just be mindful that, you know, first and foremost in my mind must be that I need to put on weight. And I just keep trying to remember that.
I think I'm going to have the marinara again.
Whilst it's tough for Roz, tonight she's trying hard to put her anxieties to one side. Fiona's avoided even eating in the same room as her parents, so tonight's meal out is an important step towards reuniting the family.
It's nice going out with my parents because it's just time spent together, which I can really look forward to.
Can I have the monkfish provençal, please?
Of course.
We enjoy eating out together. There have been times when it's not been good because Fiona was backing off from food, but recently she's been very positive.
Thank you very much.
Oh yes, that's lovely.
We don't spend enough time together, so now it feels like we're making up for lost time, really.
For 3 years, Ashley's social life was put on hold, so tonight's meal with an old friend is a reminder of the fun he's missing out on.
Tonight's definitely not about anorexia for me. It's just about socialising and putting myself back out there again. I really want to prove to myself that I can make the most of good company and not let food dominate.
What drink are you having?
Have a pint of the hard stuff. I'll probably just have Coke. Thank you very much.
Ashley hasn't eaten pasta in 4 years, so despite not finishing his portion, tonight's meal has been a huge achievement for him.
I haven't finished my meal, but it's because I'm genuinely full up. Like, I had pasta, for Christ's sake. Like, I said I'd never eat pasta again at one point, and just so pleased with all that's gone.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in this programme, go to our website at channel4.com/health. It's Andy and Hannah's final breakfast, and after just 5 days, both are starting to appreciate the error of their ways.
It's not really a proper breakfast, there's 3 biscuits.
There's too much there for one person. I'm really hoping, and I've got the willpower and determination when I get home to keep on eating sensibly and questioning whether I'm hungry and full. And yourself?
It has made a real difference to how I feel within myself. So, and I think not telling James that he has to control what I eat, but asking him to kind of step in so that he can be a constant reminder to me of why I'm doing it.
It's 3 months since Hannah and Andy checked out of the feeding clinic, and now they're back. But how much of an impact has their 12-month eating plan really had?
Right, it is your last day here. Let's give you your diet plans. So, Andy, that one's yours. Hannah, that one's yours. This is going to be tough because you're essentially leaving here now and it's up to you to make these changes. And I'll see you in 12 weeks' time, see how you're getting on. All right, Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hannah, best of luck.
I feel really positive about the future and moving forward. Once I've put into place the changes with the healthy, balanced diet, if that can be like a long-term thing, it's going to make such a difference to me and my family. So
thank you ever so much for this week.
Have a really safe journey.
You've been a great help, thank you.
Yeah, and give your son a big hug for me.
Same here, thank you very much. Take care, Anna. Bye.
I feel like I can leave here and have the determination and the willpower to overcome any obstacles that I know I'm going to face at all. I realise that I might never be skinny, but I can be much healthier and be happy with what I see in the mirror.
Coming up, Anna turns to circus skills to tone up her bod.
I'm the only one that can't spin properly.
And our diet swappers discover if the diet plan has done the trick.
Yeah, you too. You look fantastic.